Um, okay, well, it is a good day to go on a mission, and you know what? Auntie Caretaker says that tonight we're going to have a big meeting because we've got too many hero groups going on. We've got Midnight Suns, we've got Avengers, and we've got enough counting as X-Men in here now, and she's not happy that there are all these different cliques happening and attitudes. I think if you just, you know, if you gave Stark an attitude adjustment, I think everybody would get along. Well, that's not true. There's also Blade and Deadpool. Anyway, let's see what we can do and get ourselves some stuff. We haven't gotten intel cache in a while. We could always use an artifact. I'm not ready for a difficult run with somebody who just got their, just arrived and doesn't have enough beefed up stuff to do a hard mission. This to be determined. I think this is going to involve getting stuff. Remember that Banner made off with the some tech from Avengers Tower, so I'm sure that's got a little something to do with it. We do need Nest Mother. That's my fave. It's my fave. And that's a quick one. But Captain America, Deadpool, they need to be in runs. Except if it's a Nest Mother, I'd rather be with heroes that are good with chains. KO 3 enemies targeting Steve Rogers. Well, depends. It depends on whether this one turn we have, I'm being overconfident, I know, will, what am I thinking? If everything goes the way it should, we leave early. And if we leave early, you have to expect that they've got to target him. Unless he taunts them, they got to target him in the first turn. Okay, so Steve Rogers and me, because I loves them, and Wolverine. We need to do more with Wolverine, and he's got lots of chains, so come on, people, with feeling. There we go. Maybe it's because the first time we've got Wolverine walking with us, so maybe it had to cache the Wolverine going to the mission swagger, so I'll assume that's what it is. So let's, as Auntie Caretaker says, we gotta take that monster out! Defeat the Nest Mother. Remember, she summons altars. Destroy them to damage her. If altars are not destroyed, that she may upgrade them into monuments. They have different effects, which can help enemies hinder the heroes.
All you have to do is take out that Nest Mother. Sounds simple enough, right?
Come on, come on. And here comes our friend. Woo! Here we go.
They have not changed their plans.
Come, give me a mind bender.
Yes!
I'm on my way.
Alright, now we need a little better stuff here. Okay, first of all, Let me see. Are they all... Oh, they're all targeting me? Except for one is targeting Captain America. Right, so... Is there any ley line there within any reach of anybody? And the answer to that is just the dog. One little doggy. And us. We have to be careful. Alright, so, if most of them are targeting Hunter, mark all the ones targeting Hunter. Now we can use anything to take those things. But things like this, that's not enough. See, we want this to work, but we have to start up with something more. So let's, whatever we do, it's got to include a monument, or I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Does this really go that oh, there's a monument over here. But let's see about getting the eviscerate, because that's chain 4 and we like chain 4. Okay, so let's
Hope you're ready.
That's some move.
yeah, we like that move too. Let's see what you got. Oh, okay. Now let's see now. So that goes down each time. Great. Wolvie! This is really your day. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Yummy.
Enough of this. You ain't good enough for me.
See that? That's why I like this. You like to bring chain users like Spider-Man or Wolverine to these, because then they take her down, right? What she got left? 370. See that? And who wants to go home? Raise your hand. Excellent. Time to do that. Number 1. And number 2. $140.
Trifling creature. That will not.
Oh, you think that's gonna stop me? Yeah.
We have not lost focus yet.
You like this? This says she's in range of this. I mean, I could just throw a freaking rock at her and she's done. Let's go home.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Now you know why I like these. And we got an artifact. We could get more juicy research projects. Yeah, except You didn't do anything in this run. He did. You know, I think we need to fix this. Wolverine, I need to bring you down. How do we bring you down? There you go. See if I could bring you. What was up again? There. Okay, that's good. Okay. If he's really a bad man doing bad things to bad people, I think he's just a complex man doing bad things to bad people, but you know, hey, I'm a character person. So it's evening. The quickest day ever. Okay. See, I told you. We're going.
Hey, kiddo. Almost time for the meeting.
I'm ready.
All right, it's not far from here.
Well, it's where I was resurrected.
Hunter, hello.
Ooh.
Hello, my dear.
What are you doing here?
Whenever Sarah was this nervous, I used to keep close. A look, a smile, a touch on the shoulder. It always helped. I can't do that now, of course, but death can't stop me from watching over her.
Why would she be nervous?
I don't know. I think I'll stay and find out.
How reassuring. Everybody's got something to say.
Auspicious night, don't you think, Mr. Rogers?
Stop calling me that. I can't live up to that name.
Well, it's probably really weird for Steven to call somebody Steve, so...
If you're bored, we can have a sword measuring contest. Great spot for something bad to happen.
What makes you say that?
Ominous meeting called together last minute in the middle of the night? That doesn't seem weird to you?
I suppose you are right.
If I get voted off the Abbey, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, and you know...
Fireproof.
What?
Nothing. I have a feeling about the meeting.
You think she's announcing a team barbecue?
Not exactly.
Hello, Hunter.
Hi.
Good girl, Charlie.
Well, I'm sure Charlie can help with the barbecue. Woof woof. Okay, let's see. Everybody wants to say something. I'm going to talk to them.
Hunter.
This is odd, huh? The meeting?
No, meeting out here. Why not the common room? Something's up.
Well, you think it's unusual to meet in front of a mausoleum?
I thought there'd be drinks.
Nobody knows what this is about. Did she say something to you?
Not really.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Any idea what this is about?
Not really.
I think she's gonna yell at somebody.
Why do you say that?
Just a feeling.
What a waste of my evening.
You know what this is about?
No, but it will be a waste, I am certain. I dislike this.
Why? We don't know what it's about.
I dislike anything mandatory.
You dislike everything.
Not true. I tolerate you. Somewhat.
Such a charming location for whatever is about to happen.
What, no predictions?
As I have mentioned on many occasions, often in your presence, I can no longer peer along the shaft of time's arrow, nor alter its arc.
You could have just chuckled.
But if you could...
What would you suggest I do? Waste my considerable talents on a glorified pep talk? I should think not.
So you do know what she will say?
I have my suspicions.
Did she say what it's about?
Just that we all had to be here.
She didn't call this meeting lightly. Whatever this is, it's important.
How do you know?
Because I've called meetings like this before.
No, you usually get human resources to do it, though.
Big news, whatever it is.
How can you tell?
I've known Sarah long enough. After tonight, everything changes.
You know how long this will take?
I do not. Why?
Robbie and I had plans. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
I'm always wary of impromptu team meetings.
Why?
It's usually when people get fired.
You have been fired?
Me? No. But I've had to call those meetings, and they suck.
Oh, Carol, just because you're facing away from me.
What's up? Short notice for a meeting.
What do you think it is about?
From the set of her jaw, some kind of reprimand.
Well, let's find out.
You're getting good enough. I might let you call me Logan.
Ooh.
Why, hello, Hunter.
Hi, Well, hi, Auntie. Fancy meeting you here.
Everyone's here. I should begin.
You sound like you are hesitating.
That's because I am. I could use a moment to collect my thoughts.
Take your time. I will catch up with the others.
Thank you. It won't be long.
So, we've already spoken with them, but we can still hear them.
Something's in the air. And it's not just Tony's nasty-ass cologne.
Which was established in the movies, right? I keep Axe body spray for emergencies in my desk.
All right. I'm ready.
No, I don't need a minute.
We are all ready to hear what you have to say.
Time to tear off the bandage.
Ouch.
Thank you all for coming. Truthfully, I wasn't sure everyone would. And that's why we're meeting. The Hunter and I are working to stop Lilith and her master, Cathan. I'm not certain about the rest of you.
We're in this to the end.
Are you? I see petty rivals more concerned with scoring points off one another than stopping the mother of demons.
Whoa there, if anyone isn't pulling their weight, it's the Midnight Suns.
And if anyone's doing their own thing, it's the Avengers.
And the ringleaders prove my point. But I speak only for myself. So, I ask the Hunter, Who is responsible for the dysfunctional state in which we find ourselves?
Well, gee. See, that's not right. I still think Stark was an instigator. I think everybody thinks that.
Every one of us bears responsibility for our failure.
Hey, I just got here.
Except for Logan.
I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
And Parker. He is fine.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of us spend our time at odds. We have accomplished next to nothing since my return. Unless you count losing ground to my mother.
She will destroy everything you know, pollute all you love. In this, she and her followers are unified. To serve Lilith is to serve Cathan. If you don't pull the same direction, if you'd rather fight each other, we've already lost.
Look, the Midnight Suns are unproven. I will grant that they have potential, but we can't trust an apocalyptic threat to the Halloween teens.
We're all in our 20s.
Could have fooled me.
See? The Avengers underestimate their allies. You think they'll do otherwise for the Mother of Demons? If they're in charge, we lose.
You're both right. The only one who can lead us to victory is the Hunter.
Huh.
That's our Steve.
What do you say, Hunter? Are you willing to lead us against your own mother?
Only if everyone wants me to do it.
I can only speak for myself, but you already convinced me.
Just like that?
It's a heavy responsibility. I wanted to hear you say you're willing to bear it. We're your team, Hunter. Tell us how you plan to lead us.
It does not matter how I lead. What matters is that you follow. Hate each other all you want, as long as you stay in my shadow.
Highly inspirational, boss, but let's get down to vibranium tax. We're all equal here, and it's obvious my team is first among equals.
That's not an equal.
Look, there's no question these kids have heart. We can't do any of this without them. But this isn't our first apocalypse, and experience beats heart any day of the week. Boss, I need to know where we stand on this.
I can guarantee nothing for the Avengers but the toughest battle they have ever encountered.
We try not to rank them. It's more of an above a certain threshold kind of thing.
Then I guarantee a life above the threshold until Lilith is back in hell.
I can get behind that, right, Tony?
Sure.
We are all equals here. There is no first among us. We do this as one, or not at all.
Not to interrupt this feel-good moment, but what about us? It's no secret we were sidelined when Tony and the others showed up. Caretaker built our team to face this threat, but we've been pushed aside. I need to know that ends here.
If the Midnight Suns can stand beside the others, you have nothing to worry about. But I cannot play favorites.
None of us want that.
I do. We're the best.
Not helping.
I don't know, Nico. She's growing on me.
That's enough for tonight. I want all of you to reflect on what we said. If you'll excuse me, I need a moment with the Hunter. So that's it. We did what we could. Let's hope it works.
I still do not see the point of all this.
They're finally thinking of something other than themselves. That was the point.
I had no idea this was coming.
Kiddo, you have no poker face. For the others to consider you as a leader, your reaction needed to be genuine.
Was Steve in on this?
No, but he respects you, and I had a feeling he'd speak his mind. If he hadn't suggested you take the reins, it would have been me.
That is all I needed.
Tonight, we pulled the plunger and set the ball rolling. The rest is gravity, and the occasional nudge.
Is that a pinball reference?
In the 70s, Agatha insisted I pick up a hobby. I won a few tournaments.
Ooh.
Why do I know about pinball?
Perhaps it's the universe telling you to challenge me when this is all done?
Think I could take you?
No. You drain faster than bathwater.
Ooh. We have an epic collar, but let's see. Upgrade the one we have for those
That's a good
special
point,
occasions.
huh? About everyone putting aside their differences and coming together.
Here it comes.
I'm not there yet, Tony.
Me neither. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah, me too.
Well, everybody's there, but what I want to know is where's that cat down here, huh? I heard it. The cat is right next to me. Oh, hello, little one.
Every meeting should be like this one.
Unpleasant?
Look at that.
Contentious?
No, interesting. And over in 5 minutes.
I had not predicted this.
Really?
No. Sarah spoke with me earlier. We have a long history of mutual advisement.
What advice did you provide?
About time. Which was a mistake. She thought I'd presented her with a temporal riddle, as I do on occasion.
Did you plan this with Caretaker?
I could have brought popcorn.
For the team?
No, to watch you turn the Abbey upside down and shake it like tambourines. You were more entertaining than anything I could have done tonight. Next time, I'll bring popcorn.
Yay.
Not what I expected.
Is that good or bad?
Right now? Feels good to me.
Well, that's good.
There's the Sarah I know.
The one who yells at everyone?
The one who kicks indecision straight in the ass. Up for a drink?
Well, slap my ass and call me Deadpool. You're the boss now.
No pressure.
I cannot say I was expecting this.
There's a time and place for modesty, and it ain't now.
If you say so.
Better you than me. I wouldn't know leadership if it walked up and kicked me in my fun bags.
What exactly are your fun bags?
No, don't
It's where I
ask.
store my kazoos and party poppers, except for the expensive ones. I tuck those behind my...
Never mind.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell you where to find my secret fun hole.
I didn't come here planning to put you on the spot, but that's how it turned out.
You really think I can do this?
I know you can do this, and you have a great team ready for you to lead them. So let's get started.
He's been objective from the first moment.
Don't know why I didn't see it. You're perfect for this.
You did not see me as a leader?
It never crossed my mind. Most leaders I've encountered in life have a sort of professional ambition, for better or worse. Steve doesn't, but he's also called Captain America. The name alone carries rank and authority.
So if I went by Private Hunter...
Oh no, don't call yourself that. And I'm not explaining why.
You certainly know how to speak your mind.
You agreed with me.
Of course not. But you stepped up, you laid it out, and now you're ready to walk straight into hell. Figure I'll be there when you do.
Really?
Yeah, you're the obvious target, so I'll slip past why they tear you limb from limb. Don't worry, we'll build you a bigger mausoleum.
Always the strategist.
Still working out the kinks, but we'll get there.
It's just me, or is there just a lot of witch hazel around?
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Robbie, what do you think?
I don't know how to feel about this. I'm happy for you, but I hope it isn't weird when we hang out.
Why would it be weird?
Huh. Good point. All right. Let's not make it weird.
Nothing changes.
Oh, hey, Hunter. I don't know if I agree with everything you said. Still, I'm glad you said it.
What do you mean?
This is the first time I've felt like I'm really part of a team. Not just Peter tagging along. I get it, we're in this together, but it's good to know that's how you see it.
I get what Steve sees in you.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
With him, depends on the week. But for you, it's all compliment, boss. Wouldn't you know it? Now you're the actual boss. And I called it, way before Steve did.
Okay. Well, now you're employed.
Yeah, I guess I can follow you. For now.
What are you saying exactly?
Kid, don't lose my respect. It's the part of me that won't grow back.
Get some rest, kiddo.
Well, that's it. Hey. That's it.
You're looking stronger than ever, kiddo.
We leave now? That's it? Now, obviously, we can't, She's such a tease. Maybe Agatha wants to say something.
Each battle teaches us more about our foes. Doesn't matter if it's Crossbones, Lilith, or something else.
I agree.
I'm so proud of her. And you, of course. Don't pout.
That's it? We just walk off? Okay. What are we supposed to do from here? Nobody said, well, are you leaving, kiddo?
Heads up, Hunter. Fine, speak.
What you doing, Charlie?
Oh, so? Are we done now? I mean, I'm a little confused. Are we stuck?
Ready to fight some crime?
I am.
What's happening, Hunt?
Out there, I follow your lead, Hunter. You haven't steered us wrong yet.
Oh, good. Now it's doing it.
I should have told you about Agatha.
Where is she?
Your talk was good, Hunter. Now it's time to take action.
Stop.
What, half a century?
If you round down. And I should have been there for you.
Well, you're here now.
Agatha would have loved what you did.
Can you picture her if I hadn't?
That look of hers. It could kill a whole city.
I spent a millennia facing the greatest horrors known to the world, and the only thing I truly feared was disappointing her.
If you did, I never knew it. And I'll bet neither did she.
I sincerely hope I won't need to repeat myself after tonight.
This is why I prefer to operate solo.
I blame myself. I gotta start pulling my own weight.
Good painting, huh? Nobody working out tonight. I think we're good tonight. I mean, whatever we did that was short in the battle, we compensated with a big meeting, so... Looked like somebody was getting close to leveling up. Was it Captain America? Yep, looks like it was. You're good for the Midnight Suns, Hunter. They know it too. No time to sit still. Meet me in the yard. We should talk.
You know, when I first heard about Lilith and her apocalypse, I was skeptical that a resurrected half-demon warrior from the 17th century was going to be our best shot at beating her forces of darkness back.
And now?
Miko and company made the right call when they raised you from the dead, because I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to save the day.
You are fond of Nico and magic and the rest of the Suns, are you not?
I am. I think their talents and competence have been totally overlooked by Caretaker. They deserve their day in the sun. And I'm pretty sure with the way you've been leading them, they'll get it.
You think I have what it takes to be a leader?
No, Hunter. I know you have what it takes. You just need time to stew, grow into yourself. When I enlisted, I was 90 pounds soaking wet. A light breeze would have knocked me over. Not what you call captain material. But I didn't give up. And I won't let you either.
There you go. Got him to 3. Everyone's catching up. Who else wants to talk? Caretaker. And Nico wants a favor. And also out there we know there's some gloss and heroic essence. Let's see what we have in our new improved stuff for this morning. Morning.
On the prowl?
Yep. Whoa, that's a big pinch. Grab. Oh, we just gave her jet fuel, so... Oh, there it is. If there's more than one person who could benefit from these things, it's different, but that's not what we have. I mean, jet fuel is really only, you know, in her, in Carol's, you know, thing.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
You've been fighting all your life, right? Do you prefer to hit hard or have an airtight defense? Well, what's the reward? 5 Nico offense affects how much damage hero abilities deal in combat, or 10 Nico health, determines how much damage a hero can take in combat before they are knocked out. I don't know. This usually does better. Focus on the offense. Dead things don't hit back. Bolster your defense. The fight is never over if you stand still. You know, they both have good points, but I'm taking this one.
Ah, thanks, Hunter.
We have found that taking them out before they take us out is a good idea. See, we still have to, you know, get this guy a visit, you know, and hang out with him, but we have not had that in a while, where he'd be one of the ones asking. Morning, Cap. Hello, doggy. Good morning.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
These guys are back to normal.
How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist you? You may have stumbled onto something important here.
The Book of Wicked Summers.
I'm always in a few places at once, so no time is ever wasted.
There we go. Some more cool stuff. So now with that in place, we have a lot more things. And we have this, the old 3-4. Complete 2 missions with Wolverine, and we can upgrade our punching bags. Or punching bag to punching bags. Please do.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky. How's it going, boss? I'll make something great out of this.
Yeah, we've got a couple of guys who really do need more stuff in their arsenal.
Sometimes, I even impress myself.
There's a common one, there's a rare one, there's 2 epics. That's a new one, Lethal Pounce, Chain 2, we like Chain 2. And of course, and it could have gained a strengthened if you're, if you do both chains on the same thing. Taunt all enemies targeting
How long
them.
did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
We definitely want this one. Draw 2 cards or 3 cards once we upgrade it. Gain lifesteal for a turn. Again, select an ally, taunt all enemies targeting them, gain block, and a counter. Counter, of course, means that when someone hits him during the foe's turn, he'll smack them back immediately. We got this already. It looks definitive. We'll do it. Right.
Good day, Hunter.
Now, I think a certain caretaker wants to talk as well. Could do that first.
There you are, Hunter. Please join me when you have a moment. I insist.
What do you think of Logan?
It's good to have him here again. He's always been a trusted friend.
Well, at least there is one person in this abbey you trust.
Ah, you must be referring to me keeping you in the dark about Blaze holding the parchment of power.
I am.
And you think that means I don't trust you?
Withholding that kind of information from me does give that impression.
I see how you could take it that way. Logan kept a secret for Agatha and I, and it saved our lives. It must have been, what, 1985? 84? I remember because Agatha crimped her hair and shoulder pads had cast some strange spell over my wardrobe. We looked quite ridiculous, but we were happy. Well, happy until a rather disturbed coven of witches by the name of the Salem Seven invaded our home.
What did you do to provoke their ire?
Oh, I see. You think I did something wrong. But it wasn't me they were upset with. It was Agatha. See, the Salem Seven were her grandchildren by her son Nicholas Scratch.
They tried to kidnap their grandmother?
They felt she had betrayed which kind by choosing to live among humans, and came to drag her back to New Salem by force. Logan was staying with us when they invaded our home. He hid us in a secret passage and refused to tell them where we were. He kept our secret and fought them off long enough for Agatha to invoke a banishing spell. Without him, they would have surely kidnapped her. Or maybe worse.
That's interesting. I wonder if I looked it up, whether there's a history in comics where this happened. And really, Agatha, I don't think, had her own title, so in which comic book would that appear?
And I thought my issues with my mother were bad.
Yes, indeed. It seems like most of us here have dysfunctional relationships with our families, at best.
I am beginning to think it may be a prerequisite for becoming a hero.
Speaking of dysfunctional dynamics, I do trust you, you know, even though I don't always show it.
I know.
Even though you don't always show it?
Something like that.
Common ground. Who would have thought?
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
There she goes. See, so until we find Blaze, that's what Carol's gonna be doing. Ooh, yum yum. Heroic essence, thank you very much. Are we really done? Can we go now to the anvil? Oh, not an anvil. This is the sword in the whatever.
Practice makes perfect. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Why is this showing up? Oops, wrong
Ready
one. Hold on.
Back again.
Yeah, I am back again. Let me see. What do we have that's attack? We can improve our attacks. I still want to keep trying on Mindbender, maybe making it free. What?
Don't worry about me. I'll meditate until you're ready.
Alright, wait a minute. Not there yet. Ooh.
New and improved.
There we go. A little better. Who else has attacks that could be beefed up? Here. Now 2.
Maybe you should just hit me up on Superlink when you're ready.
Imagine we can get 3 KOs from this.
Let's see him try
Free
to handle
heroism.
me now.
That'd be nice. Or does it give us 4? Because it's already got 1, so if we take out 3 in the process...
You ever wonder if those birds out there are stuck here, trapped in the Abbey's bubble? It's creepy if you think about it.
Yeah. Draw a card. I love it.
Better test this out next time.
The more the merrier. Let's see now. This does get you to over 102. I like that.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have. You're right. Attack essence for all. I think about those. Do you have attack cards? I guess they do. 1 attack type.
Yeah, I guess it is a tough decision.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop me now.
The other one wasn't bad either. I did notice that if it's something with a block, then it hits harder. Not a bad. Oh, quick jab. He already has that. Like better than 10%.
Sometimes you just need to spice things up. Try something different.
This'll make a difference.
Eh. I don't like that at
Constant
all.
innovation. That's the stark promise.
See, I like that. Gain a resist on KO. That's better.
Been looking forward to upgrading that.
I haven't forgotten you,
You ever
Spidey.
wonder if those birds out there are stuck here, trapped in the Abbey's bubble? It's creepy if you think about it.
I don't want to redraw.
Awesome! Can't wait to see how this goes down.
Let's see, quick kick.
The enemy's getting stronger. We gotta do the same.
I know, I've been on a splurge.
Got a feeling this is gonna be useful.
Okay. Oh.
Maybe you should just hit me up on Superlink when you're ready.
See, now we don't have much anymore.
Just give me a target.
I think we had our fun. Now, who gets it? Who gets it? He's on the edge, he's on the edge, but we just took him recently. Captain America, are you that close? No, you just went up, so. Yeah, we'll take him.
I guess I could show you a couple
We did
of
that
things.
recently, but we'll do it again.
Good stuff. Better than any damage simulation.
Okay, increase the percentage of maximum health. We don't take him out enough, I don't think.
Later.
So, what do we have? We have some time. Should we take a look at some kind of easy thing?
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
We got a new one with him. Defeat enemies, intel cache. We did one intel cache. You know, if we take him and didn't we have to take Captain America? Turn him in. So you draw cards. Good
Where
for
in the
now.
hell are you, Blaze?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't put her in there. What happened? I put Captain America and I put... Right. And me. Yeah. Most of their stuff that upgraded was already in their lineup, so... Let's see what we got. Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter. Ooh, what we got?
They're set on coming after me.
Show them what happens when you mess with the Midnight Suns.
It is as good as done.
Okay. Oops. Let's see now, what's near what? That's not near anything but one dog. It's like... It's a bunch of dogs. So, what if I did this first?
Your time has come.
Okay, now. Now, let's get, wish we had something better. Isn't a good place anywhere for anybody, is there? That's what I'm looking for. Now, oh, see, that will work for me. Is that big enough of space?
I choose.
I think you got him.
Me too.
We're stronger.
I hope everyone saw that.
Oh, 4. Well, I'm gonna get hit hard. There.
Not so tough after all.
Okay, these 3 guys are gonna go after me and infect me, by the way. And I didn't bring anything for that. So, let's see. 194, 194, 194. Cap, I'm looking at something here, though. How good is this? Vaulting is nicer. Well, I did bring something for healing if they get infected.
Right back.
Select an ally, taunt all enemies, targeting them, gain block, gain counter. Do you really want to do that, Cap?
Happy to help.
Okay.
I appreciate your concern. Let's settle this.
Nice. Well, you know, it's looking good so far. Okay, that's one less one. And he's got all the protection. Is there anything we want to do? Knockback's good. Blah, 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 blah. Would like to see what this does. Okay. Look at that counter. Woof.
Fight's about to get bigger.
Okay, now the important thing about this is we gotta heal Cap or he's gonna lose a lot of that stuff.
Different master, same old Hydra cowardice.
Okay, that's why we need to do this.
The light will carry you onward.
Dude, that'll take off. If he's corrupted, that takes more off than any of those things. Now let me think here. Oh, wow. So the new ones, oh, this one. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Bring him over here. Yeah, see, sometimes it's worth that.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Yeah, they got a couple of them that are really just a mess, so excellent. So let's see now, what can we do to this guy now? I mean, I can't, that won't go all the way here, right? Oh. Okay.
You were too weak for this fight.
I saw this in a movie once.
Shall we go home, folks?
Can't stop! Won't stop!
Oh, are we, is there something I'm missing? Is there a doggy somewhere that I'm just not seeing? Oh, duh. That's silly, isn't it? I mean, we still have a dog. I didn't even notice. We could have done something about this thing. We can still do something about this thing, you know.
Somebody call the meat wagon!
I doubt they'll take that beating to heart, but we can always hope.
Ta-da! You know, that's 2 easy ones. I don't want to be overconfident, but those were 2 easy ones, right? And yeah, I guess we did have 2 turns on this one. Secret Agent Deadpool. Nope, this was a group effort. Cap did more than you, let's be honest. Yeah, I would do that. Let's see, who wants what club tonight? And if it's book club, before we see Blade, let's sneak over and read. Okay, who is it there? Okay, I'm gonna sneak over to the library and read. I'll be right back.
The legend walks among us.
Okay. Now let's see the stuff we had to read. The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips, U.S. Army, retired. As I've shown in previous chapters, General Custer did not just lead from the front, but from the tip of the spear. Let me bring this down a bit. This relentless glory-seeking has no place in today's army, of course, or waging war upon a civilian populace. This recklessness doomed his soldiers. General Washington led from the top. Nevertheless, applying a classic hierarchical structure to a volunteer army creates its own difficulties. Only General Washington's personal engagement with his subordinates, combined with the home ground focus of the Continental Army, allowed for his success. How can we explain the leadership style of Captain Steve Rogers? Yes, he did personally engage in combat with the enemy, but never for personal glory. Countless after-action reports show Captain Rogers reinforcing a wavering battle line or leading a stalled push to inspire his fellow soldiers. On longer duration assignments involving battalion command, Captain Rogers directed his soldiers from the center. Trust in his soldiers and encouraging some autonomy allowed elements to operate independently, while still working with the battalion's overall goal. It is my firm belief that this form of leadership is not limited to Captain Rogers, but can be replicated in government, military, or private industry. Now, let's go. Now let's go see Blaine. Now that we did our last minute homework.
Hey! Don't insult the sewer rats. They bring me pizza.
Heading to book club. Are you?
We are ready.
Meet you there.
After you.
Okay, look at everybody here. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
Okay, you're heading this. Well, wait a minute. Is there something I'm missing that nobody else is talking? Am I supposed to start?
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice in my head.
If you haven't already, you should welcome Logan. Ready to kick this off?
Yeah.
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
For less capable people, that sounds far too rigid a way to lead.
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives and the resources to achieve them. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is Hunter. Do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
Okay. I think he wants to hear about last.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
Well, he just got here.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent. There should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Hey.
Now you know why he's there.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You are allowed to be cautious.
Nah, I do enough of that out in the world.
All right, then.
You leaving?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I am done.
Peace.
Now, we did need another best defense. And I got something to salvage. Yay. That's it? They're gonna let me go? No fade outs.
Salutations, Hunter.
Hey, yo. Oh. Where's he? Oh. Hello. See, now, my very first
Well,
run...
looky who it is.
My very first run, I took her to video games, and I got low points, and she complained. But she's doing it. She's playing video games. Nico, you tricked me. Now let me think here. First of all, where's the... Oh, the dog is working out with Captain Rogers. Now let me get my... let's see now. This is something I think we can... I see. I thought the Brooklyn Handshake one we had already updated. Best defense. I think we'll be able to upgrade since we've got two of them. So that draw 2 cards and see, I like this one better. And for me, that's another one of those wait and it'll be more valuable things. But also we need the essence. Oh, we do have an upgraded deadly ground. I guess we don't necessarily need this one. We got a lot of stuff to play with here. We can take this off. We had that earlier because we were able to, but we never got around to it with Strange. When he has a bind, it's worthwhile. I've not seen Bladestorm show up, so... Now we had another collar, didn't we? Some new collar showed up. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I mean, does that mean everything or just one shot? It's just one time you gain it fast, so... I still like this. The passive of just having block and fully charged and randomly getting a heroism. I like that. Gotta give more answers in dark, I guess. I just don't want to piss anyone off, because that hampers other stuff. Okay, we did that already. No. But didn't he get a new Abby outfit or something? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that's right, book club. He's got book club. How nice. Oh, yeah, fine. Alright. I'm going to see what time it is. Sure. Let's just go to bed. We did see... Oh, that's right. This morning we saw the dog. Deadbolt. That. Wow, we got a lot of stuff. And for a change, we got intel cache. We could send people on hero ops. Here we go. Book club. 5th meeting. The Adventures of Crash Morgan, number 5. The Last Queen of Deimos. By Torvald McMaster. As always, you can find a copy in the library. Read the book. That's all. This is not spam. Heads up, I'm out to destroy some property soon. You in?
What are you doing?
Whoa, don't go creeping up on a guy when he's sowing his wild oats. I'm just spreading my seed, hoping to leave my mark in the Abbey, starting here.
Why are you gardening?
Well, your friends have been avoiding me like the plague, so I decided to make nice with Mother Nature. Speaking of, you seem to be getting really friendly with everyone. That's cute.
Part of the job is to form bonds. They make for a better team.
It's like listening to a motivational speaker. You can keep that crap to yourself. I'm an island, baby.
That sounds lonely.
You ever been on an island, Hunter? Ass in the sand, giant coconuts in my hands, or vice versa. I'm living the dream! Yeah, well, like it or not, everyone's fallen over themselves to be part of your posse.
You sound bitter.
Do I? Hold on, let me tone it down for you, Cupcake. I'm just speaking facts here. Don't get me wrong, having a fan club is great. Gets a little weird when they write self-insert fiction, but it's still flattering all the same. Keep up the good work. It strokes my ego.
Why do you keep calling them my fans? They are my friends.
What makes you so sure?
Because what I say goes.
Love the hot Dom energy. Wear some leather pants or something next time.
I am certain of their trust in me.
And I'm certain it's gonna come around and kick you in the ass. I can't wait to see it. Don't worry, I'll bring popcorn. I'm gonna say it until the day I die and regenerate. The only person you need is yourself, Hunter. All that personal mumbo-jumbo just weighs you down.
Recovers 75 health each turn. Well, he's like Wolverine, right? He's got a serious immune system. Where is that doggy? Oh. A lot of people want to talk, a lot of things to do. See what I can get done. Good morning, little wooshy wooshy.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Yes, you are.
Read or die. That's what I've always said.
Sounds like something either Tony Stark or Robbie Reyes would like. What's the matter, Peter?
Funny how personal this hero business can become, huh, Hunter? I mean, you're hunting your mom, Eddie's being Eddie again. My favorite professor became a giant sewer lizard. My boss's son was a space werewolf. I even knew a doctor that accidentally turned himself into a vampire.
Did you now?
Power such as theirs would be helpful in our war against Lilith.
Yeah, they're not really what I'd call team players. Unless they're forming a secret society to kill me, I guess. Or joining up with your mother to eat all our brains. Yeesh. Neighborhood sure is starting to feel a bit more unfriendly these days. Thankfully, I have May and MJ in my life to remind me what I'm fighting for. Speaking of, better go check in. You wouldn't happen to know the time difference between Queens and, well, wherever we are?
I do not know what a time difference is.
You didn't know that Massachusetts is on the East Coast, Peter? Come on, you've been to college. Yo, how you doing, Stark? He's just waiting me to get out of his way. He's not talkative.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Word around the Abbey is that you're working on a new move. Go ahead, Hunter. Let's see it. Okay, but you may want to stand back. Really? Well, why would both of them are an epic hunter ability. Why would I want to injure her? That's silly. Watch and learn, friend.
Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Oh, how nice. You know, it's worked so far without artificially adding that. Essence will travel. Okay, now. Yeah, see, when we upgrade, we'll have 2 of those. Morning, friends.
Nice shirt. Cool symbol.
There's more to this workspace than meets the eye, Hunter. These flames aren't born of any fire.
Yep. I know Babs is doing something.
I just hope this is what you were expecting, Hunter.
Fine, you build it. I'll show you how to train with it, but tell that vampire we're doing things my way this time. Okay, let's see now. It looks like we're eligible for this. War room schematic.
Remind me again why you haven't digitized this stuff already? This is going to take way longer than it has to.
We still have to do another upgrade.
There's something to be said of the
Wolverine
careful study
ability.
that
That's
can
gonna be
only
soon.
be achieved by examining the physical documents themselves.
Now, kids.
Hey, Hunter. Let me do my Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Got something for everyone here, it seems. Suppose it doesn't hurt to have it in hand. Never know.
If this...
Now,
I'm here if you need me.
I might be back. lot of social media going on.
Good addition. Now let's get to work.
Excellent.
Practice makes perfect.
What do we have for Cap?
Hydra won't want to tussle with me now.
Is there anything here? Nobody's showing up. Didn't think so.
Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
I think that makes us eligible for something.
You know I know magic, right? Ooh, now I see what all the fuss is about.
There you go. Start the mission with 3 heroism. So we gotta bring her to something soon anyway.
See you around.
Now I think we're eligible for some research. Let's do that. No, not yet. That's what I thought. Steve is always big on film study, breaking down our mission recordings to see where we can improve. My moves are typically flawless, but he might have some tips for the rest of you. First mission card is free. Okay.
You find more coil, send it my way.
Will do. Let's see if we have enough resources for this.
This should be useful. This will do nicely.
It's very helpful. Make sure this is all in place. Piercing charm depends. I'm more inclined to put something like this now, with more of them in one turn, aiming for a hero. Then it works more, because then you can use anything and still get your card refunded, no matter whether it's a quick card or not. I like that. Called me biased. Alright, now.
Hey, fellow nerd. Read anything good lately? Hey, Hunter.
Show me what.
Okay, what's Hydra up to now? I'm not gonna sleep well after reading this.
Into the spider hearse and 8 shield agents. We got a lot of intel because I guess we did a lot of these little mini challenges during our missions.
This is definitely the coziest war room I've ever been in. Quiet, too.
Yeah, drop hints that I haven't been providing these things. Let's see now. A Midnight Sun, rare ability. Urgent request from Jessica Drew, a former Avenger. After her client's uncle passed away. Wasn't Jessica Drew Spider-Woman? Oh, that's probably Spider-Hearse. After her client's uncle passed away, someone has twice attempted to steal his body. If we send a hero to patrol the funeral, she'll turn over all she knows of Hydra's recent movements. And this one, Shield delivered a message from Commander Abigail Brand. I've been ordered to work with you on matters that defy rational explanation. I do this under protest. Stay in your lane, don't disrupt my operations, and you know what? Just send one of your people. I'll give them a deep dive on what not to do. Attached was a set of GPS coordinates to the middle of a desert in the American Southwest. You know what? Bobby hasn't had much fun lately. Let's give him a special thing in that area.
No problem.
Now, who can we do this? Hydra's recent movements.
You can owe me one.
Okay, guys.
Hydra thinks they're so clever. Just imagine if they actually were. We might be in trouble.
See? Now, I get to see Sparky now, right?
Heads up, Hunter.
Judgment is on its way.
Way to go. Kick some butt, Sparky. Now, let's see what we have to look forward to here. There's a couple of Iron Man ones. Of course, one's a story mission. Defeat vampires and operations. There's more intel cache. This is a tough one for a lot of credits and coil. You get what you pay for, basically. Summoning circle. So, you know, something we'll look forward to. Until then, at least I already have everything else in place. And thanks for watching. Till next time.